Good morning, this is Joyce, and I am here with a project share. I got some scrapbooking in while I was off for the Labor Day weekend. I didn't go back to work till yesterday, and yesterday felt like Monday. But anyway, I worked on some scrapbooking. I worked on cards for my craft fair, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I will be doing two craft fairs. I have one on the 7th of November, and I will be having another on the 14th. The 14th is the original one, and the 7th is one that I did a few years ago, the first one I ever done. And I still have not heard from them. I've told my cousin that, yeah, I would do it, but I've not heard from the person who's in charge yet, so we'll see how that goes. But these pages that I did over the weekend, I've got pictures galore, and I had to get started somewhere. So I recently, as you know, bought a new car, and so I wanted to scrap about that. And I also bought the new smartphone, which I had fought against for years because I didn't want a high bill, and I fought it and I fought it. But the same week that I started looking for a car and doing the loan thing, I got an email from Verizon, who is my provider for phone service, and they said, oh, we can save you some money, and I'm like, yeah, right. But I contacted them, and in talking with the lady, and she was looking at my bill, and she said, well, we've got a plan that'll be a little less than what you're paying now, and you can have unlimited text, unlimited talk, and 2 gigs of data, and I'm like, yeah, right. How is that, And when she worked it out for me, because I've been with Verizon, I've never really been with anybody else as far as phone service since 1989, I think, when they took over, when they bought out my original carrier in Chicago. And so I've been with Verizon forever and a day. And then when I moved here, I was still with Verizon, but it's like a different district. So I've been here 13 years, almost 14. And so they say, you're such a good customer and blah, 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 blah. You've been with us for all these years and we want to save you some money. And I'm like, yeah, okay, how much? And it actually came out a few dollars less than what I was paying for just regular phone, and that's all I had, regular phone and 250 texts for $5. I paid extra for that, so I went ahead and I got the phone. So anyway, I call this Out with the Old and In with the New, and I thought that was a good title because that was the week that I upgraded on things. Like I said, I didn't think I would. Before I sold my red car, and that's me. When I went out looking for a car, I'm at my girlfriend's farm, and behind me there are some horses in the fields just grazing. So I had her take a picture of me. That was after we came back from the car dealer, because I already knew what I wanted, and I already knew where I was going to get it, because we had discussed this, and I had talked to them earlier the year before, and off and on throughout the year. So I knew where I was going, and I already knew what I wanted. So I thought, well, better get this picture while I can. So we took that picture of me in front of my baby. She looked pitiful. She got one hubcap there and the other one is gone. And so I made a copy of my title. It was a one-owner car. I bought it new in 1998, and I thought that would be a good addition to my scrapbook page, so I did that. But I got it covered. I had done this video before and realized, all your information is showing, so that's why I have that covered. And then here is my new car, and it's just some journaling about how I ended up having to get a new car, blah, blah, blah. And then I like using ephemera, as they call it, and this is just the car information that was on the new car. and I shrunk it down, and I talk about that, how I decided on that car. The wood veneer pieces are from Studio Calico, and I just put some little gems on there for headlights. And also I did the same thing here, and I painted them with Copic markers. So, and this news flash comes from it was Simple Stories set of stickers. So that's where that comes from. And then over here, I talk about my new phone. I went from a Samsung, and I can't remember what it was even called, Galaxy, I think. No. I forget, but it was just a slider phone with a QWERTY keyboard. And then there is my Galaxy S5. I wouldn't get the S6 because it was $500. 2 car notes, okay? I was not gonna pay that much for no phone. So, and then here, well, right after that, my girlfriend and I went out. I tried to do this in kind of chronological order. We had a girls' day out, and we went shopping and testing out new makeup. I'm gonna start buying the MAC foundation and stuff. So we went to the department store to try, so I could try that out and see if I liked it. And then we went to her house, and her husband cooked us this great pork chop dinner, which was fabulous. So we had a good day out, and that was right after I got my car. And then the next week, I had my first car wash. Yes, I did. I washed it myself. Let's fold that over. Honey, please, it was so dirty, and that was one reason I wasn't particular about a white car, but the white car got a better price than the silver car. So yeah, just because it was on the lot longer and it was the last one, because my dealer didn't have it on his lot, but he called another dealership, and they had it, and it was the last one he had, and they gave me a $3,000 rebate. $3,000. And because I wanted silver, that one hadn't been on the lot as long, and they would only give me $1,000. So yeah, I bought white. So anyway, I took it and I washed it at the hand car wash. Had to do it twice because it was so dirty. And so anyway, I got it clean. It was shiny and sparkly, and I was dripping wet. It had been 90 degrees for weeks, and that day by 8 o'clock it was 95 degrees almost. And this is what I looked like after the fact. I went in with no makeup anyway, but I was a hot mess when I left there. And this is from a set of stickers. They were on this desk the first time I did this video, so I don't have it. But it's some that I bought on clearance at Hobby Lobby. And so this one just came from my stash, and it says, "Days like these are what I will always remember." Yeah, I was hot and sweaty, and all I wanted was a nap. But anyway, after, and just lots of journaling, and I journaled with my Jelly Roll white pen. I really like how it writes, and I really like that. A lot of times I type my journaling, but this time I just wanted to handwrite it. So that is my pages. I don't know. I'm not very good at displaying these and showing these, but those are my pages, and I will be back because I got lots more scrapbooking to do. Bye.